Hi, this is Jamie Davis from telecoms.com, coming to you from the Orb TV stand. So this morning, we're braving the Thursday of Mobile World Congress, and I've managed to pull aside Nik Willetts from the TM Forum for a couple of minutes. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, brilliant. And this week, how has it gone for you?
It's been a great event, actually. I think we've started to see a lot of the talk about digital transformation really come to life here this week, and so much work around 5G and AI. And what we're very excited by is the opportunity that starts to open up for the industry. I think what's also clear from all the operators we've been talking to is that now is the time to transform. And that's of course what TM Forum is here to try and help happen.
Yes, yeah, of course. And so the last couple of weeks, and obviously a big focus for you guys this week, has been the Open Digital Architecture Initiative, isn't it? So can you just, tell us about the initiative full stop and how it's gone for the first couple of weeks? I know it's still quite new, isn't it?
Yeah, we just launched this a few weeks ago, and the Open Digital Architecture is part of the forum's overall mission to help accelerate the pace of change in the industry. TM Forum, of course, focused on the transformation of OSS and BSS and the operations within an operator business. Really looking at how we reinvent the operating model for the operator. So Open Digital Architecture is all about breaking down barriers between traditionally siloed systems, figuring out how we get more agility into the business, different operating model, think differently about how we can get the maximum value out of new technologies like 5G and virtualization by making sure that the management systems, which we use to actually make money out of these technologies, are able to move at the same pace as the technology itself.
Okay, and of course this isn't the only area we work in. I mean, you've obviously got projects like the Zero Touch Initiative and Zoom. I mean, how does this new sort of work impact the stuff you were already doing?
Yeah, so our Zero Touch program started about 3 years ago. It's done some excellent work in terms of orchestration and management, really looking at the lower levels of the new Open Digital Architecture, and we're taking all that work now into the Open Digital Architecture. So Open Digital actually brings an umbrella across a lot of different work we've done in the past, bring out the best of that. We've done a lot of proof of concept work with lots of different companies around the world. Now under Open Digital Architecture, we're really trying to push the industry forward. We've got great support from some of the world's leading operators, and we're starting to see different workshops happening around the world to actually really make this movement happen.
Okay, and talking to the operators, obviously one of the big topics that we've been facing, the last couple of days has been automation. I mean, from your perspective, what are the sort of the key challenges, the big hurdles that the operators are facing at the moment?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of them, of course. When we think about the operating model for operators, we think you've got to start with simplification before you go into automation. So one of the challenges is in the traditional environment, you have a silo of IT, being asked to automate, being asked to reduce cost, the rest of the business changing at a different clock speed. So you've really got to start with across the business saying, how can we simplify this? Yeah. We have to remember that we're coming out of a period where this industry's been growing like crazy, and we have to actually realise that in that process we've built in far too much complexity, the number of products, systems, the way we do things in our businesses. So before you automate, you've really got to start radical simplification, then automation, and our ambition would be that you go to a completely zero touch, by which we mean actually zero touch operations for the whole business, not just in the technology stack. And then you've also got to think about what you're doing beyond that. This isn't one big bang effort, it's about micro revolutions, and it's about actually saying, how can I get the intelligence out of the systems I'm creating, and how can I feed that into a continuous improvement loop?
Okay, and looking at another initiative that you guys are running, the Open APIs work, I mean, because I know that's a big focus area for you guys as well. I mean, how has that been going so far? What are the objectives that you're looking at for 2018? Yeah,
we've had a fantastic year for Open APIs last year. So we launched the manifesto just under 2 years ago now, which is designed to drive interoperability and really gear up the clock speed of the industry. And Open APIs fall as part of our Open Digital Architecture now. We've doubled the number of APIs last year. We more than doubled the number of companies using them. So we have over 700 companies worldwide using those APIs. We've got just under 40 companies now who are signed up to our manifesto, which is a commitment to actually implement these and make their capabilities open. And we've got a community of about 25,000 developers who are using the APIs. So we're really pleased with how it's taking off. A lot more to be done. We've got to see these getting into the native products. We've got to see them actually delivering the value, but we're already seeing that within some of the large operator groups around the world.
Perfect. And one final question before I'll let you back onto the show floor. what are the big things you've been seeing this week? I mean, talking about the sort of the top line trends from MWC, the biggest talking points, has anything really stood out for you?
I think a couple of things. The interest and the focus this year on how mobile actually plays a bigger role in society.
Yeah.
So we believe very strongly in the TM Forum in the humanitarian effect and the societal effect of technology and how that can be used for good. But I think connecting that to also where the world's going in terms of mobile and telecoms technology actually really forming this underpinning for everything we do. It's caused and driven so much change in our world in the last decade. The next decade is going to be about digitising everything around us. So seeing that element played in, seeing the human element played in, I think is great. Okay. I think we've obviously seen AI everywhere. Still think there's a lot of buzz and perhaps too much hype. It's not going to necessarily save world hunger just yet, but so we have to be realistic about that. But I think what's great is we're seeing a lot of energy, and from our perspective, what's really important is seeing that the industry is really now ready to ask the question of how do we change, not just think about it.
Okay. Well, that's perfect. Thanks, Nick. Really appreciate taking a couple of minutes.
Great.
So this is Jamie Davis signing off for Orb TV.